Hey, good morning. So today is a day of redemption, a day of redemption and reflection and forgiveness. It's Yom Kippur, and in Israel on Yom Kippur, um, traditionally people fast and go to synagogue and pray for forgiveness. It's a day where you do inner reflection. And I've kind of taken this day to do my own self work. I'm not fasting, and as you can see, I'm also making a video. I wasn't planning on it, but I've been out here on the side of the mountain for a couple of hours now. I hiked down to a different place. It's this old homestead. I can show you. See, up there is where I live, and there's this old homestead down in the valley. There's olives. There's these big eucalyptus trees here. I'm just sitting among the ruins. Oh, the valley. Let me show you the valley. I woke up this morning again in just pain. And there's so many thoughts going through my mind. There's a lot of conflicting thoughts going through my mind. I have to get through this pain. Some of my thoughts are, like I was looking at this homestead that I'm sitting in. And you can just see that things don't last. Everything is, look at that big tree behind me. It had a life, it grew, it got that tall, and now it died. And nothing lasts, everything passes. So I'm thinking about this pain. The pain, it doesn't even have a physical body to it. It's something that is within me. And I'm going to have to get over this eventually. And the quicker I get over this, the quicker I can move on. And I'm thinking about the twin flame journey. The more I dwell in the pain, is that there's two parts of me. There's a part of me that says that I have to go through a certain amount of pain to overcome it. You have to go through it because the pain is what brings out the weakness. It's the crying is what releases the weakness within me, or releases all of the weak thoughts and all of the falsity. And that's what allows it to dissipate in the end, that I actually work through it. During the pain, everything that is at this level of pain is coming to the surface, and I'm working through it. And then I have this other side that says that I can just release it and take it for what it is and overcome it and just live a happy life. Like, eventually I'm going to have to overcome it, so why not just overcome it quick? And I have all sorts of thoughts on the twin flame journey. And I know that keeping my thoughts and my focus on it just keeps it alive. And, we have doubts. And sometimes I can feel my connection with him, but then I have doubts because I can see that I'm not the only one that feels like they have a connection with him. And so I think to myself, wait a minute, and I also see my healing because of my connection with him. And I can see other people's healing with their connection with him. And that's the whole Messiah thing that I have. And I'm thinking, well, maybe this is just a Messiah connection. And then I think, well, if it is, in any case, I need to trust. If I truly believe that he is the Messiah, and I do, I truly do. I believe that it's different than people think it is or expect it to be. I think that it is, that that over thousands of years, this idea of Messiah has been built up into something that it isn't. That nowadays the Messiah can walk right in front of you and you don't recognize him. Or you do. And so then I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe this connection isn't a twin flame connection. Maybe it is a Messiah student connection. And if I truly believe, then I believe that whatever I'm going through is for my own good. It's for my healing. And I do believe that. And I know that. And I can see that I'm on a spiritual awakening path. And that I feel like I'm on the last leg into rising above all of this, to where I go through this like portal into a place of heaven on earth, because I get glimpses of it. I see it. And it doesn't need to be dependent on anyone else or dependent on something else happening for me. And then I also have like these thoughts that regardless of Messiah, twin flame, whatever, regardless of all that, okay, let's just say he is another human being and I am a human being. Who are we attracted to? We're attracted to people that have things going on in their own life, people that have interests of their own, people that when they come into our lives, they make our lives richer and and they enhance us and enhance our life. Nobody wants somebody that doesn't have anything going on except for they want to latch on to you so that they can live through you. Nobody wants that. And so in any case, I'm going to have to get over this and get back to my interests. I've had, in my life, I have so many interests: art and history and mysticism, and I love traveling and hiking and nature and animals and spirituality and festivals and dancing and family, and there's so many interests that I have. I am writing and reading and people. I love people. And there's so many things gardening. I love gardening. I love taking care of a home. And on this twin flame crap, it seems like just all of my focus has gone just to him. The freaking chasing energy and it's like all of my interests have disappeared. All of the things that I used to enjoy doing. I'm thinking what comes up in my mind is psychedelics. But that's an out. That's not an option for me right now, because right now I'm going through this. What I keep on hearing in my mind is when Jesus went out into Yeshua went out into the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights. And I keep on feeling like that's where I am. It's like I was sent out into the wilderness, to fend for myself. And I can see, You know, it's like I'm flipping back and forth. Half the time I see it's for my own good so that I can get my own self going, but then the other part of the time I'm just in this mind buzz where I can't do anything. And for my birthday, he left me a message, and he said that he has a message from me for me as a birthday gift, which is a message like from the angels, which is get your site ready by the 16th or 17th. Like, not site, he doesn't say site, he says some kind of project that I'm working on, and get it done by the 16th or 17th of the month, of this month. And I got some things done, but not any kind, not the big project that I wanted to get done. I still haven't got it done. I got my book out, and I got a couple mug designs out, but my big projects, like my site that I was saying, okay, I'm aiming for getting my site out so that I can, you know, at least have a, I feel like when I get my site done, it'll be a home for everything. I'm not working today. Today is Yom Kippur. I'm not working on Yom Kippur. It's a day of reflection, and that's pretty much what I've been doing out on the side of this mountain. I'm just allowing whatever comes to come. I've just been sitting here, just sitting, connected, watching the birds and crying when I feel like crying. And so if I trust, then I need to trust that this is what's best for me, and I need to let it go. I need to let him go. I need to let it go. Those are the messages that I keep on getting, are just let it go. There's nothing to hold on to. What's mine, what's rightfully mine, and what needs to be in my life will come back to me. Will come to me. And it doesn't have to come in any specific shape or form. You know, when you let something go, see, the pain is holding on. The pain is when you can't let go. And I'm understanding this in my mind, and I know this, but I still have that pain, which I know means that I haven't let go. How do I let go? It's just tell myself a different story. I keep on telling myself. You know, so the thing is that the story, I can't change the story. The story is that I love him. I do. I truly do. And so I guess that I'm going to have to find the way to love him and allow him, you know, let him go. Allow him, you know, with love, to go and do his own life and his own thing and what he wants to do. I can't hold on to him. I don't want to hold on to anybody. That's the truth. Holding on to somebody is hard work. Another one of these crying videos. Lovely. Sometimes I'm so inspired, and sometimes I'm just so... See, right now, this video is from my human perspective. This video is coming from my ego. This I know, because the videos that come from my higher self are, you can tell the difference. They're inspired, and they are coming through from a clean point of view, and there's no pain in them. And then these ego videos look like this. And the ego, I don't mean in a bad way. I mean in my human self and my human form, my human perspective. And then I start thinking, okay, what's the value in this? What's the value in a video like this? And I'm thinking, the value in a video like this is just the human aspect of it. That this is what this twin flame, whatever it is, looks like. This is the reality of it. This is the pain of it. This is what we go through. It's not like a romantic, oh, twin flame. And I've seen a lot of people say, well, they don't, they don't know if it's their twin flame or not. Well, if you don't know, I mean, there are doubts, like even in this video saying there's doubts, but when you're on a twin flame journey, regardless if it's true or not, you know it. You know it. There is absolutely no doubt in your mind because it's so intense. The reflections are so obvious that and the feeling that you're like bzz, thrown into this out of this world mode, like this mystical world, this higher realm, remembering past lives. It's like it overtakes your whole being. There's no doubt. You can't have doubt. I'm going to pause this. So one thing I'm learning is that I'm trusting this process. I can see this is Yom Kippur. And last year on Yom Kippur, I also came down into this valley, but I went way down into the valley down there. I might hike down there, maybe, maybe not. It's getting a little bit hot, and I have a half a liter of water. I might hike down there and then hike back up the road over there. Maybe we'll see. Um, and I can see where I am today and where I was a year ago at completely different places. I feel like I've risen so far. I've come so far on this journey. Um, and I'm praying for a quick deliverance into my full power and strength. I understand that it's just laying down the weaknesses. I understand that it's like there's a bubble in me. It's like this bubble of pain, and it's coming up, and it's like I can almost feel like it needs to bubble up and pop. Like like once I come through this initiation, the pain on this, I can see that every time I get thrown into pain, like this past week or so. Oh, and what I was going to say about the site is that when he told me by the 16th or 17th, which was the Jewish New Year, yeah, to get that site or whatever I was working on, to get something done, and that he can see that if I get something done by then, good things are going to come of it. And I didn't get it ready because I couldn't get my mind together. I was in that chasing mode, that buzz mode all the time. Couldn't get myself together to sit down and do it. And now I feel like I'm just going to have to sit through this pain and just just do it, just push through it. Quit making excuses. Some of my excuses, and I'm going to bring them out here, is that I can't focus because of my post-trauma. I'm diagnosed with chronic post-trauma. But that just gives me a map to fix myself. Um, and so what I'm thinking is that I'm just going to have to take my focus, bring it into the center, and just do what it needs to be done to get it done. without outs, without smoking, without Ritalin. I haven't taken Ritalin in forever, but at one point I started taking Ritalin because it helped me focus, and it really did. It brought me into this like straight on focus. But if I want to rise into fully becoming my best version of myself, there can be no outs. There can be no outs. That is superficial. It's superficial. It's not doing it on my own. And then I won't get that satisfaction in the end of, wow, you did this and you pulled through, which is the rising into yourself. You can't rise into yourself and become um, enlightened using artificial substances to do it. It's not real. And so, I mean, not that I have anything against psychedelics, and psychedelics have been a part of my awakening and my spiritual journey, and have showed me and opened many doors for me. But I'm at the last leg. I feel like this is the last push. And at this last push, I don't need anything. That the part of coming into the spiritual awakening is coming into it and overcoming it by yourself, being able to get a hold of your full self and contain your own self in your highest power without any kind of help from outside. um, and that's part of why I need to be doing this alone and without a twin flame next to me that I'm leaning on and pulling power from. I have to do this on my own, and I realize this, but at the same time I have like this sense of loss. I said that without crying. And I understand it with this pain, the pain in this, like this last week. I feel like I'm being milked of all my inner pain, like I'm being really like squeezed, and all of the pain is coming out. And with the pain are coming out a lot of realizations and of realizations of humanity. Like, um, just a lot of understandings and unraveling my inner workings, and you can see it on my videos that's what's coming out. And I feel like those are good things. Those are good things that are coming out because they're realizations and understandings that come and come part of me and become part of the, it's like taking my subconscious into the conscious and being able to use it as tools. All of us wounded healers, we have this toolbox that full of tools that we received during because of our wounds and because of the pain that we've gone through. And that is how we can help humanity rise into a higher vibration, by overcoming all of this pain and understanding. When you understand what you're going through, and when I was at the Rubroy, I was talking to my friend. A man came and sat in front of me on a bench, and he had a shirt on, and it had like this big thing. It said "Game Over." And then underneath it, when he moved, I could see that it said another round, and there was a check mark of yes or no, and the no was checked, like no more rounds. And I kind of, I read the signs of the universe, and it kind of like read to me like, this is it, you're on your own. Like there's no more, it was kind of like this. I felt like, first of all, I felt like I was hitting like punched in the stomach or something. There's no more rounds. That's it. You're on your own. And so part of me has like this deep sorrow. And part of me feels like, okay, this is a gift. Get your big girl britches on. Pull out your big girl britches. This is it. This is a gift. You're given this opportunity to rise on your own. And as soon as you rise, you get the benefits of the rising. It doesn't matter. It's not dependent on another person. The quicker I rise, regardless, he's not the prize. He is not the prize. Like, I think part of me says, okay, so rise and then he'll come back into the picture. But he's not the prize. I'm the prize. The quicker I rise, the quicker I get myself. And regardless if he comes back in the picture or doesn't come back in the picture, when I rise into my full power, my own self, I'm glad I'm doing this video. Because at first I was thinking I'm not going to do any kind of videos today. Today is just going to be a day of self-reflection. And then that's poking me in the top of the head and it just broke it anyway. So the quicker I rise into myself, I was thinking, the quicker I rise into myself, the quicker he'll come back in. And then, but that's the superficial part of it, because first of all, if you don't rise completely into yourself, he's not going to come back in. And it doesn't matter anyway. I can't be waiting for that. That is not something I can be dependent on. That's keeping me in the loops of not rising into my own self. The gift I get from rising and from overcoming this twin flame crapola is, I shouldn't say that. I know it's just me getting out my frustrations, because I can be mad that I'm on this journey, and I have been plenty of times. I can be mad because it came out of nowhere. I didn't ask for it. I didn't even know what it was. I was never looking for some kind of freaking twin flame. If anything, after my divorce, I wasn't looking for anything. Of course I want somebody to come in and be a partner and whatever, but I never even knew what a twin flame was. I never looked up twin flames. Oh, let me find my twin flame. Never. I always had a feeling like there's a good match for me out there, and then when I met people that were off, it was like, no, I don't feel like settling anymore for something that's not good. I can't even settle for something that's not good, because there's no place for it in my life. Be next to somebody that's not good for me, it just makes me miserable. I think I am going to hike down. I feel like doing a good hike, especially after talking all this out. I feel like I need to go and contemplate it, and walking is a good contemplation, especially when it's hot and there's nobody out. What's nice about Yom Kippur in Israel is that there's no cars on the road. Everything is silent. Silent, silent, silent. It gives nature a chance to recuperate breathe at least. Not recuperate, but breathe. And so I was thinking, like, the gift I'm going to get from rising is myself. Has nothing to do with him. If he comes back in or doesn't come back in, it's regardless. I have found myself, and that is the gift. So regardless, I need to give him up. Just give it up. I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to do it anyway, because that is the next step on this journey. I can feel it. That is the next step, is giving him up, having no dependencies on him, not playing his freaking little games. He's got all these games going. Not playing his games and giving it up. Giving him up. That's the next leg. And I'm thinking to myself, if I'm going to have to do it, I might as well do it quick. And how do I do it quick? It's like that. It's like resolve. I know that once I resolve the pain, that's going to be resolved too. So all of these things are intertwined. And if I can focus on myself, first of all, focus on, put all of my focus into my work because that's something else that I need to resolve. And so it's bringing all of the energy back to me and putting it into something that is for me. Um, and fake it till you make it. Really, just every time he comes up to mind, put him out and put the focus on me. And I can also focus on the pain, like dissipating the pain. Because once the pain is dissipated, he's dissipated. Yeah, and then those two things go together. And knowing that I can love him and let him go because of that is not going against myself. Because if I'm trying to hate him or trying to say he's not okay, and being grateful for the journey and for this process and for the spiritual awakening, and that also allows me to, not lie to myself because this journey is a gift. I know it's a gift. Okay, well, I'm going to go and continue on my hike. So thank you for watching.